Valve cover.
Wow. It's funny how Chrysler has a certain look on their on the alternators, you know?
Oh yeah.
You can always tell a Chrysler alternator.
Yep. That air cleaner is 67 only. For a big block.
Wow.
God, a million years ago I bought when I had my Monaco. I needed a 4-barrel intake. The guy Bill I used to know in Lowell, he bought a used to work in junkyard, so he got the intake, the carb, and the air cleaner for me for like $100.
Wow.
Which,
yeah, those prices don't exist anymore, huh?
you gotta find somebody who doesn't know what they have, I guess. Yeah.
They didn't all have the little bumperettes, did they?
No, nope. That was an
So that's
option.
nice that you get the bumper guards on there.
Yeah.
Did this car come with them?
Yes. Yep.
Wow. In great shape too for
Front and
what
rear.
it's worth, right?
The
I mean, geez.
reproduce all this stuff. Is
This
expensive.
thing's more than a half century old at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the patina. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Eventually I'll get the repops.
Love that though. That 66 didn't have that, right? The
No, it just went down to a point on the end.
That's funny
This
that
has
they
got
did
the
something cool like
directional.
that for 67 is like
I
a
should
little
get
last.
the repops. They repop these lenses.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's almost like a fiber optic scenario, right? Where
It's just a bulb.
oh,
Tiny
okay.
little bulb.
I thought it was like a light pipe type scenario
No,
from the
it's a
blinker.
bulb that goes into that.
Wow,
I gotta change this one. There's no chunk missing out of it.
that's crazy.
Which I do have.
You know, I just kind of figured it went, you know, kind of like the
Oh,
the
yeah,
Cadillacs, you know, like that it was somehow
Yeah.
tunneling that light up there, you know.
Yeah.
That's wild. See, I love this color. So it's funny, my buddy Duffy, who's such a big Mopar guy, he's the one who got me into Mopars back in the day when I was still more of a GM guy. He's one of the reasons why, actually, he's the reason why I love 59 Buicks too.
Mhm.
But like his favorite car in the world is a 57 Coronet. But one of his things was he goes, I know you love yellow, but I can't stand those weird like light yellows, those like pastel yellows. And I'm like, really? I think that's a subtle,
This kind of body style, I like it better. Maybe on the later years.
Sure,
Well,
sure.
You could still get this color in 68, and I think maybe 69.
So what does this designate?
Well, this is just the options. Like this is
So that's like a
that's
cowl
the
wall.
paint code right here, RR1.
So it's almost like a firewall tag on a Camaro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. Wow. So how many cars total would you say did this thing get pieced together from? You mentioned that the firewall's from a completely different car,
The
right?
cowl is. Cowl's from a satellite.
Okay.
Um,
Really?
oh God, the floor pan, part of the floor pan that you couldn't get back. You couldn't get the rear floor pans back in the early 90s. So that's from the cowl's from a 66 satellite. The floor pan's from a 69 or a 70 satellite, and the torsion bar cross member. We had to change that. That's from like I think the 69 or 70 satellite. Then there was part of something from a Dodge Dart on there. I can't remember what was used on that. Maybe it's part of the piece of floor, like a section of metal or something.
Right,
The
right.
valve covers from a 65 Dart. Now this.
Hey, whatever
The
works.
doors. Nothing's original on this car much anymore.
Who cares?
Oh, I don't care.
I mean, it's again.
I'm not into the. I've had the car over 30 years.
You know what's funny is I told you that story about my buddy Harry and how his brother took his car out for a joyride, wrapped it around a telephone pole. It was an SS396 Chevy Chevelle convertible, Hugger orange with 69 Chevelle convertible, Hugger orange 396 4-speed car, SS of course.
Yeah.
And they found one that some neighbor down the street, she had the same car, but just with, a 327 or whatever it would have been. Yeah.
That was common practice.
Bing, bang, boom. There's
practice.
Harry used to chuckle all the time. He said someday that car's going to go to Barrett Jackson and they're going to go, oh, our numbers matching and everything. Little do they know, back in the 70s, somebody pieced it together from a completely different car. See, I love that color.
So now, see this, when after you had the car all repainted, I had done this before I restored the car, put the stickers on here and everything.
Yeah.
I left it just kind of
I would
as
too,
a
yeah.
remembrance. I don't know, just because it's something I did when I was 20 years old, Put these stickers
Wow.
on it.
Holy cow.
20, yeah, probably 20.
You owned this car
21.
since you were 20?
I've owned it since I was 19.
That's insane. Holy shit. I mean, in that case, even if somebody were to offer you some like Hemi 68 Charger or something, I wouldn't be able to trade it because it's like all that.
I mean, this car.
This is wild. All those little details you got on here. That's all factory parts, huh? Or like
Oh,
that. That's the way it would have
repop.
been, right?
That's
right.
repop, yeah.
Right,
All-
that's
all
what I meant,
of
you know what I
This
mean.
car's repop pretty much.
Oh, sure, of course.
It was all-
Everything be dry rotted.
This
at
car,
point, huh?
technically, looking back in 1992 when we started doing it, it probably should have just been parted out. You know, you could probably found a
Well,
cleaner one.
that's the beautiful thing about it, as
Yeah.
you said. It's the same thing with the Polara out there.
I think I saved that car from certain death.
Oh, definitely, yeah. That one,
That would
definitely.
either been gone to. I don't even know if somebody would have demoed it with all the frame rust. You know, I don't know if anybody would have demoed derbied it or just fucking parted it out. I almost parted it out, and I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna fix it." But even the engine, man, the engine looks. That engine